how did I first get published? I'm the author of over 12 novels and I've been writing professionally since 2015. I didn't have any connections in publishing when I wrote my debut novel at the age of 18, and so I just looked up how you get published online and saw that the first thing to do was to submit to literary agents through their slush pile. So you send the first few chapters of your book and a description of the rest of the story to the agents, along with kind of details about yourself, why you were interested in this particular story, where the rest of the book is going, what comparison titles you think in the industry it compares well to. It's an A to Z list of agents in the UK, and I thought everyone is going to start sending their book to the agents at the start of the list, so I went down to the bottom and started with Z, Y, X and looked for any agents representing the kind of like funny sci-fi YA that I was writing. And by the time I got to W, I think I'd sent my book to about 6 agents. I got a reply from Claire Wilson at Rogers, Coleridge and White, and she replied with about 10 pages of really comprehensive notes. We did something called a revise and resubmit, which is where she told me what was wrong with the book, and I went away and edited it and proved that I knew how to edit, and then sent it back, and at that point she offered to represent me. So it was a lot of work up front that I had no guarantee was going to pay off, but it was obviously work that was really going to improve my manuscript. So even if I didn't get representation with Claire, it was still worth doing. In my debut novel, The Next Together, it is about a boy and a girl who keep being reborn throughout history, and in each timeline they meet and have to save the world. And the stories go from 1745 all the way into 2036 in the future. In the first draft, the futuristic timeline was actually a dystopia where they had to kind of save the world and bring it back from the brink of disaster. And at this point in 2012, this was just after the era of the Hunger Games and Divergent, and they thought maybe there was no more room for YA dystopias. So Claire asked me to remove that element and change the futuristic storyline into a future of our world that's less awful. When I asked my agent why she picked my book out of the slush pile, because agents do receive hundreds of manuscripts every week, she said that it was because it made her laugh when she was flipping through it. At the start of the chapters, I'd included these letters and post-it notes between the characters. I tried to format them in the Word document to look like the thing I would want them to look like in the final book. These were very short little snippets that just started off each chapter with a bang, and I tried to be funny and silly with them because the story itself is so high action, there's not much time for like flirting and banter, so it was just my way of sneaking some more of that in there. Claire said that that had stood out to her when she was flipping through and one of them made her laugh, so she read the rest of the book and here we are today. Which I